Today we're going to be talking about the 4th grade standard, fluently add and subtract multi-digit whole numbers using a standard algorithm. Now the standard algorithm we've been working on is the expanded form. So now what exactly does fluently mean? That means the ability to do a task quickly and easily. So we've been working with the expanded form for a while, so you guys should be able to do this pretty easy. We're going to look at some examples. Our first one is 235 plus 121. Your expanded form should look like this. You have 200 plus 30 plus 5 and 100 plus 20 plus 1. When you add your ones, you get 6. Add your tens, you get 50. And add your hundreds and you get 300. You add those all together, you end up with 356. Our next example is 382 plus 295. Your expanded form will look like this. You have 300 plus 80 plus 2 and 200 plus 90 plus 5. You add your ones, you get 7. When you go over to your tens, you have 170. So now we have hundreds, and we have to carry that over. So we originally get 500, but when we carry that extra 100 from the tens, we get a 600. So your final answer is 677. Now, moving into subtraction, your first example is 573 minus 261. Your expanded form will look like this: 573 and 261. When you subtract the ones, you get 2. Subtract the tens, and you get 10. And subtract the hundreds, you get 300. And make sure you add all those together, and you get 312. Another subtraction problem is 624 minus 241. Your expanded form should look like this: 624 minus 241. When you subtract your ones, you get 3. But we have 20 minus 40. Right now, we're not able to do that, but later on in school, you will be able to. However, for now, we get this. We have to borrow 100 from over in our hundreds place, so our 600 turns to 500, and we take that 100 over, and now we have 120 minus 40, which gets us 80. And you go over to your hundreds, and 500 minus 200 is 300. You add those together, and your final answer is 383. So hopefully that was a nice refresher for you. And here are some practice problems that you're able to try. I'll give you a minute to write those down, and then I can show you the answer for all 4. Okay, our first one, you should have 300 plus 60 plus 2 plus 500 plus 10 plus 0, which ends up getting you 872. For your next one, you should have 500, 30, and 6, minus 100, 0, and 2, and your final answer should get 434. For your next one, you should end up with 800, 50, and 0, and 190, and 1. This one was tricky, so when you add 50 plus 90, you have 140. But remember to take that 100 over to your hundreds place, but you already had 900, so now you add the extra 0 and get 1,000. So your final answer is 1,041. Your last one, 651 minus 210, 5. Now I can't do the 1 minus 5 quite yet, and in a couple years you will. For now, we go over to the tens and we borrow. So our 50 becomes 40, and our 1 becomes 11 because we add 10. So 11 minus 5 gets you 6, and then 40 minus 10 gets you 30, and 600 minus 200 is 400. So your final answer is 436. And that's all for this video. See you next time.